Oxford qualified nutritionist specialist with 8 plus years of experience and over 10,000 clients. Our guest today on the Settle or Be Better podcast is Dr. Umesh Wadhavani, who's going to be talking to us about supplementing, biohacking, and a lot more. So, welcome, Dr. Umesh. I'm thrilled to be your host today.
Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you so much. Means a lot.
So, coming right to the topic for today about supplementing, biohacking, let's talk about deficiencies. So, let's begin there. What are some of the most common deficiencies in the Indian population, and why do you think that is?
Sure. I mean, see, when we talk about deficiencies now, Sakshi, we have to understand India as a multicultural country.
Right.
And we have so many different cultures, and there is one thing very common amongst everyone is that we still look down upon the non-veg food.
Right.
And most of us are vegetarians, and the people who do eat non-veg, I would say, like coming from my personal experience, like I have around 800 clients at the moment, and only 1% of those would be eating non-veg.
Right.
And even in that, they don't consume non-veg on a regular basis. It's like हफ्ते में एक बार, and then सोमवार is महादेव का दिन, and मंगलवार is some माता जी का दिन. तो वो सारा ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है.
Right.
Which is me. I'm not shitting on the vegetarian food at the moment. I'm just saying that for this very reason, there are a lot of deficiencies happen. And if we were to talk about the micronutrients, biotin, B12, magnesium, for that matter, calcium and vitamin D, these are very, very common. Like, it's so common that कभी कभार मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि why am I giving the same supplement recommendation to everyone? But then मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यार अगर कोई मेरे पास सेम बैडमिंटन रैकेट खरीदने आ रहा है तो मैं सबको वही बेचूंगा ना. मैं दूसरी चीज कहाँ से लेके आऊंगा? So these are the micronutrients that we all are mostly deficient in. And people who are listening to us, ना मैं ऐसे open challenge दे सकता हूँ आपको कि go get your blood reports done, and I guarantee you कि ये इसमें से जो मैंने बोला ना उसमें से 3 deficiency आपको भी होंगी.
Right. These are definitely some of the most common. I mean, in fact, when my parents got their test done recently, and usually in every other test, that is what happens. And we have an understanding that, we have certain deficiencies, and that's when we go and get our supplements. That's usually also when doctors recommend. So that's the basic understanding of supplements that, usually people have. But what are some of the other reasons that should be considered, to consume supplements apart from just the deficiencies?
Okay. I'll answer this question first, and then I'll come to the statement that you just made, which is half true, because I have some reservations there, and not like any challenges, but reservations there. So supplements are of course there when you have deficiencies and stuff, but then there are certain supplements which are really helpful for, let's say, if you have some sort of gut health issue. So higher doses of probiotics can be really helpful. Then if you have joint issues or any inflammatory issues, then omega-3 fatty acid supplements could be really helpful. If you are going through some sort of recovery or infection, then vitamin C and zinc level ke uske higher doses can help you recover quicker.
Right.
So these are some of the examples where, for again, vitamin D and calcium. So if you are going through arthritis or any joint issues, vitamin D and calcium ke higher doses can be helpful.
Right.
So यहाँ पे asterisk would be कि always do that. Like, these are therapeutic supplementation. So when you are going for a therapeutic or a clinical supplementation, you should always consult a doctor or a nutritionist before taking them. You shouldn't be self-medicating.
Understood.
Now, coming to your part, first one, जहाँ पे you said कि people have this understanding कि deficiency है तो supplement लेना है. नहीं है. They don't have this understanding, and I think we will cover that in the myths wala part. There are a lot of myths around it, and people think supplementation is artificial and we shouldn't be consuming them and all that. So I hope I wish people had that understanding, but unfortunately that isn't the case.
Right. That's very true. And so how does one understand that what is their dietary supplement need at the moment?
2 ways. one, do a lifestyle assessment with a coach or a nutritionist or a doctor. Doctors are less likely to give you more than 5 minutes to assess your entire lifestyle, except for this doctor who would give you 15-20 minutes. That's a different case scenario. But and I was reading this survey recently, BBC ka survey tha, कि India में on an average doctor patient interaction time is 2 minutes.
That's true.
2 minutes on an average. And you must have experienced that as well in your childhood or growing up as well. When you go to a doctor will do this, all that.
For 30, some of the common stuff.
And then write you the pre-decided medicines on what your diagnosis, and then let you go up. But lifestyle assessment is really important because we wouldn't know otherwise what you are deficient in, unless and until we know what sort of foods you are eating. And that would cover majorly the macro side of it, which is carbs, proteins, and fats.
Right.
But then if you want to understand the micro, of course, the clinical symptoms from the lifestyle assessment would give us away, like the things. But we shouldn't leave anything to assumptions. We should get our blood reports checked, which are very affordable because there are so many brands available in the market. Because of the competition, there are so many varieties available. You can sign up for a freaking what we call full body checkup for under $1,000.
Right. True.
So these are the ways you can go about it.
Understood. And coming to my next question, how often should one get their blood tests done, like in a year?
At least once a year. Like I do it twice a year, but at least once a year. Because every 3-4 months, your blood profile changes depending upon how your lifestyle has been like.
Right, of course. Understood. And that was really well explained, definitely. So coming to biohacking and supplementing, can you tell us a little bit about that? And there are very few set of people who know about biohacking and what role does supplementing play in it. So if you could just shed some light on that.
Sure. So biohacking, first of all, we have to understand it's a larger umbrella. So you checking your blood reports and doing something with your lifestyle and diet, it's a part of biohacking too. Because biohacking का मतलब है कि तुम तुम्हारी biology को समझ के उसके हिसाब से you are making some steps. That's in simple words biohacking is. So blood reports could come under that. Then lifestyle analysis के बाद तुमने supplementation लिया या the food change किया, diet change किया, that could be a biohacking because you went to a professional and got your lifestyle checked. Then now, and there are so many gadgets available. So you would know people, showing off their patches here.
The blood pressure one, right?
So CGM, so continuous glucose monitoring, and so whatever meals you eat and whatever kind of stress you are in throughout the day, that patch is going to check your blood sugar levels. So it's only for measuring your blood glucose levels throughout the day.
Right.
So uske hisab se you can make changes in your routine. And that's what biohacking is. But as I said, it's just another way of finding out what's going on within your system, but more hands-on. Like you don't have to go to a lab and do it. It's like there. Then I just saw this company launching this ring, which will measure your heart rate and stress levels and recovery and everything just by wearing that. Of course, the Fitbits and Apple watches or Samsung watches which are counting your heart, these all will come under heart rate, or what we call biohacking. My bad.
Biohacking, right. Coming to supplements playing a role in biohacking, can you shed a little light on that?
Supplements can play a massive role in biohacking as well, just like any other way of our health. Biohacking is a way of finding out what's going on within your body. So if the biohacking is showing you that something that you are deficient in, the supplementation can come in, provided you can't get that particular nutrient from your food.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Got it. That was some great information, definitely. And coming to the most important point, that is, what are some of the myths that you would like to bust about supplementing? And I'm sure you must be getting a lot of these questions around it, and so many assumptions around it. Probably, I don't know if you do recommend supplements to your clients or how does it go, but I'm sure you must be getting a lot of these doubts already.
Sure. This can go for like to 5 minutes. Yeah, so hang in there because I feel really strongly about this whole thingy. So before we get into the myths side of it now, I just want to clear the concept of supplementation for our audience so that अपने आप ही फिर myths clear होने लगेंगे उनको. So do you remember giving any exam like in your school or college?
Right. Sure.
Yeah. तो जब भी हम एग्जाम हॉल में जाते हैं तो वी आर गिवन अ क्वेश्चन पेपर and then we are given an answer sheet. Right. An answer sheet is around 20-25 pages.
Right.
Now you are like by the looks of it as well, you are a studious student and you know all the answer to all the questions and you are just writing everything. Now you are at a point where the answer sheet is full, but there are 2 questions which are still there and you know the answers of those questions and you have still 20 minutes to go.
Right.
You are not going to leave the exam hall, right? Just because the answer sheet is. What are you going to ask for?
Extra ones.
What do we call them?
Supplements.
Supplementary sheets.
Right.
Supplement. So we all have to understand that supplement ka simple matlab hai to complete something which is incomplete. They are not replacements. They are not additions. They are there to complete something which is incomplete. You can't be like के नहीं मेरा तो मैं सिद्धांतवादी मेरा आंसर शीट था मैं खत्म हो गया अब मैं बाहर निकलूंगा नहीं.
Right.
So the whole funda is your body needs certain nutrients, namely carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, probiotics, antioxidants. ये on a daily basis.
Right.
Every day we need them. Now, if you're on a high horse and if you want to get it from your food, amazing, do that. We always recommend that कि खाने में से लो सारी चीजें. But
absolutely.
But for whatever reason, you are a vegetarian, you are vegan, you are Jain, you can't digest milk well, whatever your beliefs are, for whatever reason, or your work schedule is so busy that you can't eat certain foods on some time. है ना? या किसी को दही अच्छा नहीं लगता, किसी को सोया चंक्स अच्छा नहीं लगता, किसी को नट्स अच्छा नहीं लगता, जो भी रीजन है उसकी वजह से तुम खाना नहीं खा रहे हो, तो your body is not negotiating with you. Your body is like, I need those nutrients. They are non-negotiable. And if you are not going to give these nutrients to me, I am going to create hormonal imbalance and weight issues and PCOS and thyroid and all that.
True.
So either you get it from your food. If not, then you have to get it from somewhere. And that's where the supplementation part comes in.
Right. Understood.
Okay. So if you understand that now the rest of the things become really easy. The first and foremost argument comes is that नहीं sir, मुझे सब natural करना है, मुझे artificial नहीं जाना.
True.
है ना? तो यहाँ पे dichotomy ये आती है ना, and irony आती है कि हम Indians के सबके घर में there is one दादा दादी और मम्मी पापा who is suffering from diabetes और cholesterol और heart issue. है ना? और वो तो सब लोग दिन में 17 गोलियां खा रहे होते हैं. एंड आई डोंट नो कि कौन से गार्डन में बैठ के वो नेचुरली बना रहे हैं दवाई. आई हैव नो आइडिया. वो आ रही है फार्मेसी से एंड दे आर प्राउडली टेकिंग दैट. वन, दैट्स ट्रू. ठीक. 2, किसने बोला कि सारी नेचुरल चीजें अच्छी होती है? अभी टर्की में भूकंप आया था, 40,000 लोग मर गए. व्हाई आर वी नॉट सेलिब्रेटिंग? इट्स अ नेचुरल थिंग ना कि यस 40,000 लोग मर गए, लेट्स सेलिब्रेट. नो. So not every artificial thing is bad because it is a part of your life. The very phone or the laptop that you are watching us on or listening to us, it's a fucking artificial thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you have to apply. We all are adults or logical people. We have to apply our logic there. कि artificial natural नहीं होता. It's a supply and demand game. And and then the third point comes in कि sir किस brand पे हम trust करें? How should we go about it?
Right.
And Sakshi, it's a legit problem in our country. ठीक है. So मैं जब भी UK और इंडिया को कंपेयर करता हूँ because मेरा majority of work life has been in UK.
Oh, okay.
This is my 3rd year working in India and I'm in this industry for 11 years. So I've worked in Oxford and London for 8 years. तो when I compare these two ना, तो वहां पे कभी भी ऐसा कंप्लेन नहीं आता था कि मुझे प्रोटीन पाउडर की जगह पे गेहूं का आटा दे दिया.
Right.
बट इंडिया में आए दिन यू सी ऑल दीज खबरें ऑन न्यूज चैनल के गुड़गांव में ये हुआ एंड पिल्स में कुछ डाला नहीं है, प्लेसिबो दे रहे हैं ऑल दैट, राइट? तो अगेन इट्स अ लेजिट कंसर्न कि सर डुप्लीकेट प्रोडक्ट्स आ गए तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं.
Right.
My answer to everyone is a simple thing. अगर तुम्हें टूथपेस्ट खरीदना है तो तुम्हारे दिमाग में 5 ब्रांड्स है ना, पेप्सोडेंट, कोलगेट, क्लोजअप, पतंजलि,
True.
मिसवाक, जो भी है, राइट? तो यू आर गोइंग टू बाय दैट. पर
Right.
हर शहर के रोड पे है ना एक आयुर्वेदिक बंगाली बाबा भी बैठा होता है, वो भी टूथपेस्ट बेच रहा है. तो यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू
Right.
गो टू द स्ट्रीट एंड बाय दैट. तुम एक क्रेडिबल ब्रांड ढूंढोगे,
True.
राइट? तुम अपना रिसर्च करोगे.
Right.
तो डू द सेम थिंग ना. why create whole illogical fuss in our head कि नहीं 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 ये एक ने डुप्लीकेट बनाया तो सब डुप्लीकेट बनाए? नहीं होता ऐसा. जो
Right.
तुम मेकअप किट खरीदते हो, दूध खरीदते हो, जो बैग खरीदते हो, तो यू रीड रिव्यूज. Go and read reviews about a brand and then go about it. So these are very
Right.
common, and then the kidney and ये सारी चीजें भी आते हैं आगे. But yeah, I'll take a pause here.
Lovely. That was really, I mean, absolutely, we all definitely know this somewhere or the other, but we're always blinded by so many other questions and so many assumptions about supplementing when it comes to that. Usually we just see people who might be going to the gym, working out, and who lead that kind of a lifestyle, who might be going for these, but definitely it's a need of the hour, and understanding the biohacking part of it also helps a lot. So one of my questions about it is that, many doctors suggest their patients who are in their, say, 40s or late 30s, some of the other supplements, because obviously with age, there is a decline within the micronutrients and the need of a body increases, right? But how beneficial would it be for someone in their 20s to start taking certain supplements from a biohacking angle?
यार साक्षी, मैं सच्ची बताऊं तो the principles don't change. तुम 20 के हो, 40 के हो, 80 के हो, या एकदम डेथ बेड पे हो, principles don't change. Your body always tells you what it needs. Just listen to your body and don't ghost it the way you do your ex, basically. So don't ghost your body. Your body's so biohacking is a way to communicate with your body, right? And if biohacking is showing you कि बाबा तुम्हारे में विटामिन डी का कमी है, तो सब में एज वाइज हमारा रेंज चेंज होता है. सो फॉर एग्जांपल विमेन में मेनोपॉज के बाद कैल्शियम एंड विटामिन डी का रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ जाता है, तो वो ब्रैकेट में लिखा होता है कि इफ यू आर फ्रॉम दिस एज टू दिस एज, दिस इज द रिक्वायरमेंट अमाउंट.
Right.
So you have to just follow that. So there isn't anything that is specific for 20-year-old or 40-year-old. It's always supply and demand. If you are getting everything from your food, you don't need supplementation. If you are not, and if you are deficient, you should get it from supplementation. Nothing to fear about it.
Right. True. Yeah. Understood. That was really well explained, definitely.
Thank you.
So my last question for you would be, what is your personal take on supplementing? How is your lifestyle like? And are there some supplements that have stuck with you throughout the years?
Sure. See, मेरे लिए supplementation का फंडा is वही जो मैंने explain किया. I believe in that strongly, and there is nothing wrong in that. मैं supplementation convenience के लिए use करता हूँ. सो आई ईट भर भर के नॉनवेज, फिर भी मेरे पास वे प्रोटीन हमेशा रहता है, बिकॉज आई गो आउट एंड अबाउट. सो इफ आई एम इन अ कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनिंग और समथिंग, एंड इफ आई कांट लाइक, और जहां कहीं भी इंडिया का सारा कम्युनिटी फूड इज कार्ब हैवी,
totally.
तो आई एम ओके विद कंज्यूमिंग कार्ब्स, बट आई नीड टू बैलेंस इट आउट विद प्रोटीन्स, राइट? तो मैं शेकर और प्रोटीन साथ में लेके घूमता ही हूँ. देन आई कैरी प्रोटीन बार्स. ओमेगा 3 मैग्नीशियम इज ऑलवेज इन माई बैग, because I don't eat fish very regularly.
Right.
तो it's very simple. Convenience. मुझे मेरी बॉडी को सारी चीजें देनी है, अगर खाने में से दे पा रहा हूँ तो वाह, नहीं तो नहीं. But these are the supplements which are very common. Omega 3, magnesium, whey protein. Yeah.
Got it. Understood. That was a great, insightful session. Definitely. This episode is definitely going to help a lot of people who are having these doubts in their minds. So thank you, Dr. Umesh, for gracing our podcast today. It was a great episode. Is there something that you want to leave us with? Any message, any thoughts for the audience?
Yes, I want to. The audience is going to hate us for this, but yeah, hey. So before we end, I'll just do a silly analogy and then I'll leave. The analogy is, there are a few English के शब्द जिसका हिंदी मतलब हम जानेंगे, and then we'll leave. Okay. So there are a few words, like one is request, other is demand.
Right.
है ना? And third is supply, and fourth is essential. Request का मतलब है asking for something politely. Okay.
Right.
And demand का मतलब है asking for something with authority. So if I like your mic, is it Yeti or Blue? कौन सा है ये? Whatever.
Yeti,
right? Yeah. So if I like your mic, I'll be like, Sakshi, can I please use this for one of the podcast? Okay.
Right.
That's a request. Then if I want to demand it, I'm like, मैंने तेरे लिए podcast किया है. I want it for 1 week. Okay. This is a demand.
Right.
Essential is कि मेरे पास mic नहीं है, मेरे लिए वो जरूरी है. अगर mic नहीं होगा तो मेरा podcast सही से नहीं जाएगा. That's essential. And supply is you responding it to by giving the mic to me, right? This is
right.
So when it comes to essential nutrients now, like vitamins and minerals and water and protein and everything, your body has a supply and demand ka relationship with you. It's not supply and request. Your body is not requesting you, hey Sakshi, please मेरे को 50 ग्राम प्रोटीन दे देना, please मेरे को रोज चाहिए. नहीं नहीं, your body is like मुझे रोज का रोज चाहिए. It's a demand. So once you understand that, things become really easy, काफी easy. And that's the thing that I want all of you to understand. Yeah, nutrition is not that complicated. It's supply and demand ka game.
Absolutely. And our body is always giving us signals. The body never lies. So definitely we just have to pick up on those and give it what it needs.
Yes.
So
100%.
that was a great message. Thank you so much again, Dr. Umesh. It was a very insightful session, and I hope to come back to you and host you once again for another episode, because you have so much more to talk about. And for the ones who would like to go to Dr. Umesh, book a consultation with him and probably work with him, then definitely you can find the details in the description below. Awesome. Thank you once again for gracing our podcast. I'm Sakshi Pawar. I'll be your host for the Setting of BBETTER podcast. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.